Good morning, guys, and welcome to your cryptocurrency report. I know some of you guys are getting a little bit discouraged because you're seeing the price go down lower and lower. I'm going to tell you what, don't be discouraged. HODL, I'll tell you why. If you've already bought in HODL, I'll tell you why. Honest to gosh, the Fed is going to back off, and there's signs I'm seeing in the market that the Fed is going to back off in their monetary policy of tightening. First, the Bank of Canada just suddenly backed off yesterday or the day before, and it hurt the Canadian dollar terribly. It dropped like a penny. But the thing is this is showing signs of it's like a sign that the Fed will back off. And you know how quickly and suddenly? They've told us all along that they're data dependent. All it takes is one Fed meeting, and they can convene a special meeting even at a moment's notice. An hour or two later, all of a sudden they've backed off all of their monetary policy. And I'm going to tell you what would happen. The second the Fed backs off the pedal, the dollar starts to die. And they know that. And that's why they're holding off. Even though they're seeing the market fall 800 yesterday, fall 500 a day, whatever, they're still holding off because they want to continue with their tightening. And they're going to continue with that as long as they possibly can. Okay? So, here's the thing. Hang on to your coins, because this is what we got coming. Let's open the charts right here and take a look at this. They're implementing the Lightning Network as a payment platform. This first company they're using, Pay-to-Mat, is probably a test bed platform to try the Lightning Network on a serious basis to actually start doing microtransactions for little or no cost. Do you know what a wonderful thing that is, microtransactions on your phone? It means you can walk up and pay for a cup of coffee with your Bitcoin. And it's going to be worth it because it's only going to cost you like almost nothing to send the transaction. And it's going to be instantaneous. Instantaneous. It's here, let's take a look. The Bitfury Group has recently announced a partnership with crypto payment processing system Pay-to-Mat, working to bring the Litecoin network to Pay-to-Mat's participating merchants. According to the recent Medium post made by Bitcoin's in-house specialist Lightning Network engineering team, the Bitfury Group is pouring its resources into Pay-to-Mat's wallet and vendor system. So this is a first. Once they get this wallet qualified and get it up and running and get everything working good on it, then they've proven that this system actually functions properly. Then they can expand. It's just the next step is just expanding this system worldwide. This is the first step, a trial system, and the next step is to expand this system worldwide, and they'll be able to use Bitcoin as payments for everything in the entire world. And that's just the next step is just a matter of that expanding itself. And so it's pouring its resources into this Pay-to-Mat wallet and vendor system, enabling users and merchants on the Pay-to-Mat system to send and receive Bitcoin payments over the Lightning Network almost instantaneously. So they just push the button and bang, the payment's done. Just as quick as Visa. Quicker. Just as quick. And just as many payments. The Lightning Network can handle more payments than Visa. And we're talking microtransactions. We're talking if you want to pay somebody over the internet and they only want 25 cents. Now, I'm going to tell you what. There's nothing on the internet right now for 25 cents. Okay? What you're going to see happen is a whole bunch of companies that hop in there and look to use the internet for especially, who's going to take especially big interest in this is people who sell porn on the internet. And let's face it, the internet's loaded with porn. So here's the thing. We're going to see an expanding of microtransactions. But all these sites on the internet, you want to go and get your latest newspaper and read up on an article, right? you'll need a microtransaction to get in probably some site where they'll have all the latest newspapers from around the world, and you can just go to that site and you'll be able to pick what newspaper you want, and it costs 25 cents. And you can send it to them in Bitcoin, 25 cents. This is what we're talking, microtransactions. Right now, they don't have anything like that. You have to pay a yearly subscription. Now, it's like $29.95, you know, and they want it in dollars. But you'll just pay by the day or pay as you go. Instead of paying a yearly subscription, you might have these sites that'll pop up on the internet that just want a microtransaction. It says both Bitfury and Paytomat participated in the blockchain exposition in Amsterdam in June, and they've partnered up. So it says that partnership between the two companies seems like a natural fit. Bitfury specializes in building blockchain hardware and tools such as mining chips, and Paytomat has a large base of customers and merchants already lined up. So these companies are merging together, and they're going to produce something that's never existed in the world before. But I think that this thing, I'm not sure how fast it's going to grow, but this thing has the potential to grow completely worldwide and take over the entire world's financial system with microtransactions. And you really only need Bitcoin. All these other coins, you know, they're basically all just trying to do the same thing Bitcoin does, but Bitcoin's the first, and it's the big name in the industry. It has the first mover advantage over all these other coins. And so even these coins like Litecoin, my beloved Litecoin, Bitcoin might be where the world moves into, and once the Lightning network is established, you know. So for you guys that like altcoins like me, it might be a smart move, you know. I mean, it's all speculative, but Bitcoin is, I mean, the original Bitcoin. I'm not talking about, was it BCH or something like that. I'm talking about BTC. The original Bitcoin is all the world needs. In fact, boiling it right down to its essence, the whole world could operate using the Lightning Network and one Bitcoin. Because if you take that one Bitcoin, you divide out that decimal point. Right now it's set at 99 million, the decimal point. But you can divide that decimal point out and add another 10 or 15 more digits to it. And that one Bitcoin could divide down and become the currency for the entire world running on the Lightning Network. You don't need all these other altcoins or anything. And a lot of people don't realize that. It's just that what would happen if you did that, if you took one Bitcoin, divided the whole world, made the whole world just use one Bitcoin for payments, and you put in this Lightning Network everywhere, the world would operate perfectly smooth with just one Bitcoin, but one Satoshi then would be worth like $1,000 or amazing amounts of money, because it would increase the price per unit as you expanded it out. You know what I mean? But this is where we're going with this, you know. And of course, at that point, wouldn't you have micro Satoshis? I'm just thinking about it real quick. If you expanded the decimal point out past 99 million, so there's 99 million Satoshis in a Bitcoin, but as soon as you expand that decimal point out, and you say you were to add an extra 100 zeros to make it so that it would fit the whole world, then you've had micro Satoshis at that point. So your micro Satoshi would be like 1,000th of a Satoshi. So if a Satoshi then would be worth, if one Satoshi then would be worth $1,000. See, I'm going to tell you how it works. If you make one Satoshi worth a penny, you've got $1 million Bitcoin. That's right now, right? But if you make micro Satoshis, I mean, you can just get down and magnify this thing more and more and more, so you can make one Bitcoin fit the whole world. That's just the thing I just thought of a few minutes ago. If you just had one Bitcoin to run the whole world with, you could do it. One Bitcoin could be the currency for the entire world. Just one Bitcoin. But that's, never mind, we got millions of Bitcoins. And we got thousands of other coins out there, each one of which could do the job that Bitcoin could do. Almost all of them. Because Bitcoin was the first original coin implemented, and I mean, let's just face it, it wasn't that great, especially when it first started, but it's things like the Lightning Network that's going to make it great. You know, and these other coins, even the crappiest ones, have the same protocol that Bitcoin ran with when it originally started, so they could do the job too. It's just that they're not going to get the chance because Bitcoin's got the first mover advantage. Amazing, isn't it? Anyway, so this is what we got coming. This is what we got to look forward to, a world of cryptocurrency and a world of pain. Everybody thinks I love cryptocurrency. I don't love cryptocurrency, but there's an old saying. If you can't beat them, join them. You know? But in the back of my mind, I don't love cryptocurrency. To be honest. In fact, I hate all this new modern technology. I hate the new gadgets I got in my car and everything else. I'd like to go back to silver being the money, and copper, and gold being the fundamental basis behind the copper and the silver being the money. That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see small silver coins. A person have a little silver purse, and they would go to the market, and they'd take a little coin out, and it'd be so simple to have a world run that way. That's what I want to see, but I'm not going to get my way. What I'm going to get is this stupid microtransaction system that operates off of your phone. That's what we're going to get. What we want and what we get are two different things. This is being implemented. This is coming. There's no stopping it. So you might as well just join up. And that's it. Thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next show. Bye-bye, guys.